What's up, everybody? It's your boy What's Grand. You're watching Urban Nerd, this channel where I give my nerd views on today's nerd news, but also I give my reviews on movies. And today's movie I'm giving a review on is Gotham by Gaslight, the Batman movie. Basically, it's Batman meets Old English town or whatever back in England. Back in, I don't know where this takes place, probably like 18. It has locomotives, so maybe 1890s, maybe early 1900s. But regardless, this thing is a good movie. It's very reminiscent of Batman the animated series, sort of like the music you hear in the background. But yeah, it starts off, and it's basically a story about Batman versus Jack the Ripper, and it had some twists and turns. And basically, I definitely was feeling like worried for Batman. It was a definitely good movie. Like I said, it starts off with Batman going through the streets and like some gangs, some three kids are trying to rob some people. Batman shows up, tells these kids, you need to stop this. They try and take him down, but he's like, he's Batman. What are you gonna do to Batman? So he, takes care of the kids real easily. And then the guy that's in charge of them, having these little kids do this thing, is like, he puts on some brass knuckles, like, all right, so you're the guy that causes some trouble to my business. And Batman takes care of them, and he's on the ground. He was like, yo, go home. They're like, we ain't got no home. It was like, and he was like, the kid's like, even if we go home, this dude here is gonna just chase us down. So then Batman breaks his leg. And he was like, he ain't gonna chase you no more. And I'm like, yeah, that's how you do it, Batman. That's how you do it. And he tells them to go to this mother, basically an orphanage, with this mother, like the church mother, is there taking care of these kids or taking care of anyone that comes to her door. And from then on, that's where see Jack the Ripper. You see Ivy looking all sexy doing her dance. She's a dancer. And then I guess at night she's like a call girl, because she runs into a dude and she's like all ready to just give the goods up to him. And I'm like, damn girl, it's like that. So he turns out to be Jack the Ripper. Bam, she's gone. And then that's what this movie has. Everybody, it has Selena Kyle, has Harvey Dent, has Commissioner Gordon. It has all these people in it. It's just the fact that it's taking place at another time. This is one of these DC Elseworld stories, and I'm not trying to give away the whole story, not trying to give away the whole plot, but just in general, you've got Batman somehow hooking up with Catwoman. Well, she's not actually a Catwoman. She's Selena Kyle. She has an interest in cats, but she's not a Catwoman. She just works. She just kind of fights and uses a whip. And she finds out some things, like, Selena Kyle always finds out Bruce is Batman. Somehow, in every story, she finds out. Even in a Telltale story that you can play, she finds out that he's Batman. So this movie is no different. But she actually helps him get away when the police and everyone's after him. And you've seen in the trailer that somehow Bruce gets framed for the murders, and then he has to get out and then take care of, Jack the Ripper. Like I said, I'm not giving you like spoilers, but it's definitely fun, the fighting, and Batman definitely shows his detective skills in this, where like he's talking to Selena Kyle. He was like, what do you think about me? And he was like, well, from your motions, your arms, you have very strong. It seems like you've probably been an athlete somehow, probably in a circus. Like you've got a torn ligament. Like, yo, he's going deep. And she's like, word, is that it? And he was like, no, you also have childhood problems. I'm like, yo, he was like, you were at the orphanage and all that. And like, he just shows his detective skills. He finds out who Jack the Ripper is, but at the last moment. Which, that's expected. It's a movie. That's what you expect to see happen. The last fight scene definitely took the cake. Like, it was at this carnival on a Ferris wheel, burning up in flames. And it was, and this Batman, he's not the Batman that's like learned all the martial arts in the world. He's a fighter, but the person taking him on is like a good fighter too. Like, Jack the Ripper is a fighter, slugger, good knife holder. Like, he's like switching with the blade and dropping it and grabbing to the other one. Like, he's good with his hands, and Batman gets his ass whipped a good couple times. Like I was expecting to see Batman just overpowering every time, but it wasn't like that. He would get into these fights and he'd get his licks in, but at the end, like, he was getting taken down on a regular basis. until all the way at the end where, you know, Batman doesn't always try and beat his enemies by slugging it out or overpowering them. He sometimes just uses his brain and outsmarts them, and that's what he does at the end. And that's how he beats, you know, Jack the Ripper, because, spoiler alert, he's gonna beat the Ripper. And the spoiler is, I'm not gonna give it to you, but who you find out is Jack the Ripper, you definitely gotta watch this movie, because it isn't who you think it is. You might have an idea, but it's good. It's like completely all over there. You're not gonna see it coming. You might see it coming, maybe you see it better than me, but regardless, that's what it was. And if I had to give this movie a grade, I know I give it a B, because it was good. I liked it better. I'm not gonna say I liked it fully better than The Killing Joke, because The Killing Joke, the second half of that animated movie was good. The first half with Barbara Gordon did not like it. Nobody likes it. It made her look weak. It made her look desperate. It made her look needy. It just didn't work. It's not up there with some of my favorites, like the Red Hood. I'm not gonna say Batman Bad Blood. Batman Bad Blood was good. I just didn't like Batwoman in it. There's a lot of movies that, if I was to put this, like I said, it'd probably be in like 5th or 6th place as far as the Batman movies, animated ones. But it was a good movie regardless, so you should probably see it. It's definitely something you should watch just to get it, because these Elseworld stories are really great. Just like the Elseworld story where the Batman or Superman and Batman and Wonder Woman all come monsters, DC monsters or something like that. Check it out. So that's pretty much my review for this movie. So remember to tell your friends, tag, share. Oh, and if you didn't notice, this thing was going off the whole time. You know, I had this shirt. So remember, I'm Wes Grant. You've been watching Suburban Nerd, and you've just been nerdified. Catch you guys on the next movie review.